Okay, let's let everyone in.
Here they come.
And we'll record it separately as well.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday Wine and Dine. My name's Jacqueline, and I'm going to be your MC this evening. If this is your first time here, please thank the person that invited you. You are in for a real treat. Today is November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. And we do a weekly, what we call the Wine and Dine, and we bring to you culinary cooks that cook from the comfort of their home, but most importantly, they train and give you some education on what to pair their recipes with. So it is a phenomenal time. We have a great time. Before we get started, we always have a toast. And we are honored to have our CEO with us this evening, Mr. Rory Rickard, who is going to kick us off. Rory?
Awesome. I look forward to this. And even on the holidays, this is one of the funnest times to actually enjoy wine, especially with family. As great as our wines are, they only become better when the company's better. So as you guys are embracing your family and sharing all that stuff, we get to enjoy the events of our lives with incredible wine. And I'm actually having some of our amazing Grenache tonight. It just sounded right with our decisions of food. We're eating Hawaiian over here, and some teriyaki chicken, some katsu chicken, some I can't pronounce the other one, and then obviously the tempura shrimp and macaroni salad. For those of us that went to Waikiki, just some of that type of food, right? So I just want to say on this toast, happy Thanksgiving, and I'm so grateful for all of our circular paths together and for what we've been able to accomplish and enjoy, and to our incredible wine family. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Salud. Thank you, Rory. And I'm sure we'll hear from you a bit later. We always enjoy getting your take on the pairings. But without further ado, we have one of my very dear friends hosting this evening, Mr. Peter Morley, and he is going to introduce his cooks and what they are cooking and what they're pairing with. So, Peter, take it away.
Okay, great. And thank you, Jackie. And thank you, Rory, too. That was an awesome toast. But Hawaiian sounds really good. But tonight, we have some awesome home cooks. They're going to be doing some dishes for us. And we don't really have a theme tonight. We're just kind of cooking what we have and what sounded good for this week. But we're going to start it off with Kim Moore, and she's going to be doing an appetizer where she's going to be doing a baked shrimp, which I thought was pretty cool. And I can't remember what she's going to pair for us, but she's going to get into that right now and explain to us her pairing and how she prepares her shrimp. You're up, Kim.
Kim, you need to unmute. While Kim looks for the mute button, well, of course, Kim doesn't ever do one thing. She'll have three other things with it, I'm sure.
Unmute.
There we go.
There
For
we
change,
go.
I wasn't talking. Aren't y'all impressed? All right. I broke my favorite can opener the other night. Just broke it straight in half. Wanted to tell y'all first off, happy Thanksgiving and sort of Merry Christmas. I'm in my Christmas shirt, and y'all all know I'm a cat lover, right? I was at Belk's last night because they had this huge sale. You see this nice little kitty here with this little tiny finish, and it's fluffy and everything. Jingle bells and all that. I walked by and I saw it and I read it and I busted out laughing because I thought about my cats, right? So I laughed and I went back and I couldn't help it. I kept going back and I just kept laughing every time I looked at it. So I had to have it. But it says right here, better not pout underneath it. So that's to anybody around me and to my cats, because it looks like two of my cats when they pout. So better not pout with a little pouty face. So Merry Christmas, and no pouting about anything this year. We got to keep smiling, no pout. Okay, that's the rule. we get to do it, right? As Niall says, we get to do it. I'm trying to do several things at once because I got in a little bit late and this can open drive me crazy. I can tell. Let me see if I can get these out. I want to just get it out a little bit early. We'll do it that way. We're doing a shrimp bake as well. We're going to do a corn casserole and a shrimp bake. And let's get this going because I had to season this. I've got a half a cup of wine in here and 2 tablespoons of butter that was melted. Okay. And then what we're going to do is in a bowl, we put another 2 tablespoons of butter in there and the shrimps and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it might, I don't know, if you want to start somebody else for a few minutes and I'll get the stuff in here and they can get something going if they need to. And I'll get the stuff to where I can show you what it's like when it goes in because I have to put it in their little thing. So I'll get it ready to go in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. So we're going to go over to Chad McCracken, who's going to be doing a homemade pizza for us. I'm excited for this. I enjoy pizza, so I'm excited to see what he does. So you ready, Chad?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so I made the dough because it's got to rise for an hour. It's just flour, yeast. What else? Salt, water, and vegetable oil. That's it. Flatten it out. Once it rises, I'm gonna put some pizza sauce on it, which I already did one, so it's already done. All right. And I make my own pizza sauce. I just take tomato sauce and add Italian seasoning. I don't add nothing special. Put it on however you want it, you know. And then I'm gonna take and put pepperoni on it. I'm a meat lovers. I can't help it. I don't like vegetables. I guess because I was made to eat them when I grew up. All right, so we're gonna put the pepperonis on it. I know this takes a minute. And we're gonna pair this with a temperillo. It was suggested to me, so I figured, and I like it. It tastes good. Which I ain't found one yet that I don't like, Peter.
Good, yeah, right?
Yeah, the Tempranillo is a great choice there. You need something a little bit brighter, a little more acidic to handle tomato sauce and the spiciness of the pepperoni. So that should be a wonderful pairing.
And then I got my sausage and bacon. Sometimes I put ham. We'll smooth that out.
So when you say your 4 major food groups are different kinds of pork?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
With a little bit of cheese. Now I put Parmesan cheese on mine. Just kind of for the spiciness, I guess.
Oh yeah, because it's a little saltier, a little sharper than mozzarella.
And then the mozzarella cheese on top. And this will bake about 15 minutes at 525 because I have a pizza stone. So
Yeah.
makes it taste wonderful. So in about 20 minutes, we'll be back. I'll let it go back to Peter.
Perfect. Okay, that looks awesome. That really looks good. I like how you put the cheese on top, by the way. So that's a little different. So anyway, now we're gonna head over to Kathy Ashby, and she's got something special for us that she's gonna share with us tonight as well. So Kathy, take it away.
I'm working on one of my desserts here, and I have me a new cameraman that I'm teaching on the go. Okay, hang on. Okay, sweetheart, just look at me. Just point it towards me. It may not show me right here, but somewhere. Am I showing up, guys?
No, you were a minute ago. Now we're seeing your stove.
Oh, turn around. Oh,
Now I got the oven. Nope. Back to the.
How
You
about
got your
this?
camera, and there you are. There you
Okay.
go.
Here I am. Been a long day. Okay, I am making the crust of this dessert. And I may have just poured too many graham cracker crumbs in here. Let me see if I can. What you do is you melt a stick of butter. This is a low calorie recipe, of course. Then you add the graham cracker crumbs and make you a crust out of it. This recipe is called a seven layers, which mine is actually grown to about 9 layers, but depending on what I feel like putting in here. It is, it's been called that. It's been called Hello Dolly. I can't tell you what my sister-in-law calls it on this live show, but needless to say, it's her favorite. So I'm already made one that I'm going to show you after I try to put this together so you can see how it works. This is a very easy recipe. It has all kinds of chocolate chips in it. I use the butterscotch chips, which is my favorite. And you just make a layer of them. I don't measure anything. Measuring's for amateurs. Okay, then we'll open the white chocolate chips and make a layer of those and just spread them out. And yeah, we'll go with your basic milk chocolate chips. And the one I made earlier today, I tried something different in it. I actually put a layer of pretzel. I was going to try to add some salt in with all this sweetness, but the taste didn't really come through, or the crunchy didn't either. So I'm not going to fool with it. I may try something else. Somebody had suggested using potato chips, and I thought the pretzels might hold up better, but they didn't. So, you know, you just try things out, see how they do.
Yeah. You might want to try a very thick cut potato chip, but even then it's not going to last that long. It's going to get soggy pretty fast.
Yeah, I thought about getting some Ruffles. Those are about the thickest cut potato chips.
Maybe just put them on top rather than in the middle.
Well, that could work.
Yeah.
That's all my chips. I also use Reese's peanut butter chips, of course.
Mm.
And then you do a layer of coconut. And I didn't turn the oven on, so it's a good thing that you're not going to wait on this to bake.
It's the magic oven. It already was on, right?
I know, right? I love those magic ovens. And as you can see, I don't scrimp on anything. I just fill in the holes.
Well, that's the whole point of something like this. You don't go restrained on a dessert that has 9 layers of deliciousness.
Yeah. You can put as many layers as your dish will hold. Then you put chopped pecans on top of that.
Oh, that should give you a nice salt and crunch.
Yeah. Then you take a can of, I love my nuts. Okay. And Eagle brand condensed milk. And you pour it all over the top. And get it all in there. And then you bake it for 30 minutes on 350. Easy peasy, guys. It is a very easy recipe, and it is, trust me, if you make it, it will be your family's favorite. I make this every year for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And then if somebody requests it for special occasions, I mean, it's easy to make. It just, Lord knows, you can only have this many calories on the holidays.
Yeah, and calories don't actually count tomorrow. You know that.
That's right. That's right. You can only have stuff like this on special days and the holidays. If you made something like this every day, none of us could get through the door. So
I
Yeah,
was
make a
thinking
bigger
the
door.
same thing, Kathy. I mean, that goes straight to my hips, baby. It looks.
I know, right?
No.
I know, baby. But hey, it's a good dish. It is so, so good that it makes it, having it on special occasions is a good thing. Makes it special. Get all this condensed milk out of here.
And you're gonna you've already got one made, correct, Kathy?
I've got one made, dear.
Okay, well then let's get over to, while you're finishing that up, we're gonna go back over to Kim and see how she's coming along with her shrimp. You there,
All right.
Kim?
I remembered to unmute.
There you go.
You can see, right? Oop,
Yeah.
Yep.
wait a minute. I'm trying to get that X off. It's not going. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I might have to push this down.
Yeah, a
little
little
bit.
bit higher maybe.
All
Oh,
right.
there we go.
Okay, so now I'm layering the shrimps in the bottom with the wine and the butter, okay? And what I did with the shrimps, I put the shrimps in, and I like big shrimps, so I put that in with 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 lemon worth of lemon juice. Y'all know I use that squirt garlic, so I use 3 big squirts of garlic, and so it's way more than 3 cloves of garlic because I like garlic. And then half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and then I stir it all up, and you get that on the shrimps. So as you can see, the shrimps has got stuff all over them. There it is. So you see it's got the garlic all over it. And then as soon as I get these in there, then we're gonna put a layer of the breadcrumbs. We're gonna stir together the breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, and salt, and 2 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. And then we're going to put that on the top of these. Look at it, almost exactly fits. I just got to spread them out a little bit. I think it might fit exactly. I like that. When it just fits perfect when I pick the right size pan. There's a little extra garlicky stuff down in the bottom now. What do you think I should do with it?
Extra
Put
garlic?
it on there, right?
Exactly, yes.
Got
Right.
to.
Is that
We
even a
never
question?
waste garlic. Not in this house. No garlic and butter gets wasted in this house. Never, ever.
Garlic, butter, and shrimp? Boy, that's a combination that,
Yep. And then, okay, so we got that there. And then in the last little bowl mix, let me get this on my hands. Can't work with that on my hands. Yep. Okay. One sec. Melt that real quick. Only takes about 30 seconds to melt your butter, so I never worry about the butter getting melted. I worry more about my other stuff. All right, so let's see. I've never made this before, so this is a new thing for me. So we're trying something new. It might turn out great and it might not, but I'm sure it will. I've never used panko breadcrumbs either. I usually use Italian breadcrumbs, so I don't know what they're like. 3/4 of a cup of them, which I brought that over here. I think that's 3/4. What is that? No, that's a 1/2 cup. So this and half again. Okay. And I'm going to use the Parmesan herb. They had plain and they had the Parmesan herb. I got both, but I decided we're going to use the Parmesan herb because I think that'll just taste better. Look. Oh, goody. It's got 2 separate baggies, so I don't have to open them all up. That's nice. I like that. I always got to have kitchen scissors, man. I've got 14 pairs of scissors around the house, but I always got my kitchen ones. All right, so we're going to put 3/4 of a cup. So we'll put one of these. And I got some special shaved Parmesan because they wanted it shaved fine, but I didn't want that normal stuff that you shave. So if I get a little extra in here, it's not going to kill nothing, is it? There we go. All right, there we go with that. And then, all right, so there's the panko, the Parmesan cheese. I got some of this. They had this really good all natural Parmesan that doesn't have the cellulose powder and stuff in it. So I got that. Oh, wow, it's strong. And it takes What'd you say? Quarter cup? Well, we're gonna put more than a quarter cup. Y'all can't imagine me using that little bit of cheese in it, can you?
I didn't think you had to measure that small.
But see, it's really nicely grated because it says grated, so it doesn't say but get the kind that there we go. So that's more like it. I like it. Okay. We can't go with these little halfway things. All right, 2 tablespoons of butter melted. That's the topping. Yeah. Okay. 2 tablespoons and then fresh butter. All right, here's our butter in its little cup. All melted and pretty. Mix that together. Oh, salt. Gotta have salt. I don't have my regular. I'm going to use a little bit of pink salt for this one. We're just going to shake it. There we go. That's good enough. And where did my stirry stick go? I don't know, so I'll find another one. Doop. Always got to keep wooden spoons around the house. Don't know why, but they just seem like they do better. All right, it says garlic herb. Now the Parmesan, the parsley, it doesn't call for doing the parsley in here just yet because we can put that on the top, okay? And so we're stirring it all up. I don't know if you can see, I'm talking like my phone's over there because my phone's sitting there. But you just stir it up and get the moisture all on it, and it'll be real nice and sprinkly because I got lots of cheese in there. So that's going to make it kind of extra crispy on the top. So that's a good thing. And then we just take that, sprinkle that all across the top. And this only has to cook for about 12 minutes. Okay. And then if it's not browned enough on the top, then you just do it on broil for another couple of minutes. Because it doesn't take shrimp long at all to cook. So once this butter gets hot, it'll cook the shrimp pretty quick, and it'll continue to cook once you take it out. So you don't want to overcook the shrimp. That's a cook's easiest mistake to make with shrimp is overcooking them. You want to give them time to finish cooking, kind of take them out a little bit before you actually think they're done, because you don't want them overcooked because then they get tough and chewy, and that's no fun. We didn't have any fresh shrimp in town, so I was not driving to Memphis. I love you guys, but I wasn't driving to Memphis back to get the shrimp, so I had to use frozen. But I cheated and I bought the tailless, veinless, all the lesses kind. All right, so we're gonna pop this in here for 12 minutes. It says until pink, about 12 minutes, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna set the timer, and then while you do something else, I'm gonna real quick get the rest of this together, and you might not see the end product, but you'll at least get to see what I do to put it together. So
okay, perfect. So before we move over, did you tell us what kind of wine you're going to be putting with that shrimp?
Gotta unmute.
I think she muted again and she's off in her own little world. So
somebody else muted me.
There you go.
I did not mute me. Okay. This is the Charleston Dreams Flyer Pinot Grigio from California, of course. And I chose this because it'll go good with both the corn dish that I'm doing and with the shrimp dish. Now, this shrimp you can do for an appetizer. You can do it for an entree. You can do it for whatever. I mean, it's just, I'm already hungry for it. Just fixing it and putting it together on there. But this would be a nice wine to go with it. And although I mean, if I had some of the Nile with me, I'd probably still drink Nile with it because I love the Nile, but I don't have any Nile. So I don't know why, but I didn't think the Pinot Noir, the Grand Cru Pinot Noir would go quite right with it. It just didn't feel right with it. The Nile has a different complexity to it to me. It can do different things. Does that make sense, Peter?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, ideally shrimp, you don't normally think red wines, but a Pinot could work. More I'd go with is a Tempranillo if I wanted to do a red wine. Shrimp.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would probably be your best, or maybe the Grenache. You want to go a little lighter, but you also want to do something that loves garlic, and those two, Grenache loves garlic, as we're going to find out. You know, and
Well, I
same
could
with the
just open up
Tempranillo.
all kinds of bottles and try the Grenache with it too and see how it tastes. But then I have to drink them all. The wine I could put in the
I
fridge
know
for a
that
little
would be
bit.
a real struggle for you to drink them all, but yeah. But and that's actually a great thing to try sometimes is when if you're not sure, try a red and a white and see how they go with something and find out. That's one of the best
Hey,
ways to learn.
Thanksgiving, I'm here all day. All I'm doing is watching football. It'll last till tomorrow. I could do that. I might just do that. We shall see. We'll put me
Tell
on
us about it
standby.
later then.
Thank you. Now I'm mute.
Okay. Well, while you put this together, I'll pass it back to Peter, and maybe you can tell us a little about why we're here before we go back to the other cooks.
Yeah, well, we're here because we like to share our wine of the month club, right? And so you've heard a lot of how much fun we're having and just on this tonight, and we do it every single week, right? We have fun, we learn new things about what kind of wines that we get delivered to our door that we get to pair with the favorite foods or even some new foods that we may make on a Wednesday night, right? So it makes it fun in that respect. So yeah, I know you're having fun if you're here. So get with the person brought you here, and they can explain even more about our unbelievable wine of the month club. With direct to consumer wine of the month club, I wanted to clear that up because that's pretty important. That it comes direct to your door, right? The wine that we have. So I think that's pretty important. Okay, so with that, unless you wanted to add anything, Peter.
Well, I mean, we may add more if we have as we have some spare time, but I'm just going to mention if you want to think about, this is the time of year to think about these wines and get some extra, go put your custom case orders in, because you got the holidays coming, and between tomorrow and the next month, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to share wine with people and show off how much you've learned here on our Wednesday nights. It blows me away every week when I listen to everyone talk about the wines, how good everyone's gotten at the wine pairing and understanding it. And now's the time to tell Pete to show off what you got and show off these great wines. And you're going to be able to learn a little more about holiday pairings when Peter does a little training on this week on Saturday. So
yeah, exactly. So no, and that's perfect, right? So I'm glad you wanted to keep going on that. So okay, so let's do this. Let's go back over to Chad. I'm hoping either his pizza's out of the oven or he has that magic oven that Peter was talking about. And if he doesn't, hopefully he's opened that bottle of the Tempranillo. Is that what you're using, Chad? That's what you're pairing it with, right?
Yeah, the Temperillo. Yeah, I done drank that bottle already. And the pizza is done.
oh my.
Out. Okay, awesome. Well, let's see what.
And there you go with the pizza peel, pulling it off of your pizza stone the right way. That's
exactly.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a bit of a pizza fanatic, and I love what you're doing here. So, there we go. This man is serious about his pizzas.
You like my pizza cutter?
I love that pizza cutter. I got to get me one of those.
Well, part of it is because his wife will eat pizza pretty near every day.
Yes.
Well, good. So we'll have to hear you have a taste of it too.
We love pizza in this house.
Yep. And the good news about this dough that he uses is you can freeze it and like pull it out and let it thaw.
Yeah, that's a great point with pizza dough. Yeah, when I make pizza dough, I always do a big batch and freeze it in individual balls for us to pull out a pizza any day.
And it tastes a lot better than that stuff you buy in the store.
Oh God, yeah. And
they don't have all the junk in it.
Yeah, and it's only 5 ingredients, just water, salt, yeast, and flour, basically. It's
pretty much. That's hot.
Yeah.
Well, you just stole my heart, Chaz, because that is one of my favorites. That's what me and my son do every year is make homemade pizza. So I can't wait to try your recipe.
Yeah.
It's a little hot, baby. You just took it out of the oven.
Mm.
How's it going?
Well, yeah, but I'm sure he's made enough pizza that the roof of his mouth is now asbestos that he can, it's not going to burn.
Yeah, just about.
Everyone else putting that molten lava in their mouth might be bothered, but
Yeah, I like
so what do you
that.
think?
I like that.
How's the pairing work out for you?
The flavors are more robust.
Yeah, with all those meats and that tomato sauce, that wine is going to be a wonderful thing. Because it's going to take all those spices out of the sausage, all that fantastic
Oh,
pork.
and the sausage is homemade. I made the sausage myself.
Of course you did. I want to hear your sausage recipe too.
I had bought some picnic roasts and put them in the freezer, and they spent a year in the freezer. I didn't know what to do with them because not a lot of people like barbecue. And I found a sausage recipe. So I bought a grinder, put on my KitchenAid, and I ground sausage.
Okay.
It was.
I love that.
That is
awesome.
phenomenal.
I love it.
Yeah.
That looks good too, guys. Wow. Yeah, I'm a pizza freak too, so we're all we're in good company right now, right?
God,
So,
Exactly.
boy, do I want a pizza right now, except I didn't take the dough out this morning.
okay,
All
so
right, well, that's it for me tonight.
yeah, perfect. Well, I hope you took a picture of that so you can put it on your recipe that you did, because that looks amazing.
Well, if he didn't know, to just make another.
Yeah, or just
exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so it sounds like Kim may need a little more time. So
No, I'll tell you, I'm just gonna show you one part real quick,
Okay,
if it's okay.
sure.
Go for it.
All right. What I just did and put in here that I'm mixing up, and all this is just goes in one bowl, okay? Is a can of sweet cream corn, a can of regular kernel corn drained, 8 ounces of sour cream, let's see, a stick of butter melted, and then a thing of good old Jiffy corn mix. All right?
Yep.
Jiffy corn mix. Your son,
make
you know
that-
what Jiffy corn mix is, and it's sweet, okay? And then you stir that up till everything's mixed, and you can adjust the size of the pan to make it thinner or thicker. And my friend that made this for me, that sent some over for me after they had their Thanksgiving the other night, it was really good. It was the best thing on the plate. I went nuts over this stuff. It was so good. She said she likes hers thinner, and when she sent it, she actually had 2 piled on top of each other. So it made it like a lasagna, it's kind of cool. So anyway, all I got to do now is, I'm going to try to see if I can make this a little bit. Can you see my stove a little bit?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to just take this and pour it right in here. Don't even have to grease the pan or anything because there's a whole stick of butter in here. Now it has to cook at 350, but our other thing is almost ready to come out. So it won't be long, but once that's done, all you do with this is put cheddar cheese on the top of it, and you have, voila, a really special side dish that most people don't make. I'd never had it before. Y'all might have it, but I hadn't. And I was like, wow, I got me something cool to take to the church gatherings now. So
that was one of my favorites.
I like it when all my stuff
every
gets gone off the plates there, and they bring me back an empty thing. It just makes you feel good. So you just spread it all out even. And then when it gets kind of brown on the top, after I think it says, what'd she say? You cook it for 20 to 30 minutes and just keep an eye on it. She says, then I top it off with shredded cheddar cheese and brown for about 5 more minutes. So I know we're not going to be talking for 30 minutes. I won't abuse y'all. I could keep y'all busy that long, but we'll put that in a minute. And I'm going to check on the other. Now you can go ahead and do whatever you were going to do, Peter. I apologize.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me interrupt.
Yep, we'll come back to you here in a minute, but we're gonna go over to Kathy.
I'll mute.
We're gonna go over to Kathy, and she should be ready to show us her delicious dessert.
Yes, and if the camera suddenly goes up in the air, that means Tennessee just scored a 3-point basket. My husband's watching the basketball game and doing this for me at the same time.
Woohoo!
He's a good man.
Tennessee.
I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing better than a man that can cook. My husband cooks every night. He is an amazing cook, and watching Chad cook, and Peter talk about cooking. go for men that cook. And also, Kim talking about her shrimp would be good as an appetizer or a meal. Over the holidays, you can have this dessert for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or midnight snack. Anytime you want to, it's really, really good. This is what it looks like after it comes out of the oven. Nice and golden brown. Can you see? You need to point the camera down or something. Can y'all see that?
Oh, no, we see it great.
Okay. Now, I paired this with the brand new Deanna Young, who, congratulations, girlfriend. Great job and great wine. This Malbec is phenomenal. So I'm going to see what happens when we put them together. Once it cools, as you can see, it gets a little, you have to dig into it because all that chocolate and the Eagle brand all melts together. So it's a very firm consistency.
Mm.
And it's so good. Oh.
Yeah, I really want to hear about this pairing because I think it'll be an amazing one for a couple of reasons.
Well, the wine's wonderful by itself. So,
well, yeah.
Mm. Chew up all these layers. Mm.
Yeah, you really are. That Malbec has a nice sort of smokiness, which should be amazing, especially with that butterscotch and the pecans. And I'm from north of Mason-Dixon line. I can say pecans. You say some of the people.
I was getting ready to say, come on, man.
No.
Come on.
No, on our side of the Mason-Dixon line, we say pecans.
He's right.
Okay,
He's right.
okay, I'll give it to you. Oh, yeah.
And it's great because it gets that reaction out of you Southerners.
That is so good. I'm telling you, Peter, you talk about the smokiness. I could taste that it does bring out the butterscotch. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
And the dark chocolate. Oh my goodness. And coconut even. It just kind of really makes those flavors pop. Very good.
Yeah, any of our red wines are going to make chocolate a new experience. Obviously, we always talk about the Rickard because the Rickard Merlot is the gold standard of what to have with chocolate, but especially when you put that butterscotch in there, that really leads you this way.
Oh, that is so good. So good.
That was great, Kathy. I'm gonna
Thank you very much for letting me share. And I'm gonna mute it out so Steve can turn the volume up on the ballgame.
Okay.
All right, let's go back over and finish this up with Kim. What do you got, Kim?
Got to unmute again, Kim.
Okay, gotta get this out. I turned it on for about 2 minutes on broil to get it browning. And
We're probably just going to be able to
it looks like it needs about
shrimp.
another minute first, I think, to brown. It's not quite brown.
Yeah,
It needs
and
just
we're-
about another minute. So let me just do another minute in there, and I've got this ready to go in. Matter of fact, I might go ahead and put it in there. It ain't gonna hurt it to start a bit.
No, go ahead.
It ain't gonna
If you
hurt
don't
it.
know, if anyone's cooked Thanksgiving, they know that your oven has to multitask.
And I'm using the Italian parsley, and I'm chopping it with the wrong knife, so it's not chopping like I like. So I have to switch knives.
You know what you can do with
I'm putting
parsley?
Italian
You said
herbs
you
in it.
got
I
it.
might as well use Italian parsley.
You know what are the best ways to chop parsley? Those scissors you got.
Do what now?
Use scissors on parsley. It's a great way to chop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, I done got it all little now. Little. I have not had a whole glass of wine, I promise. I hadn't had but about 2 sips. Little. Now, my kitchen is a mess right now because I really wanted to show y'all how to do the toffee because it looked like a really relatively easy thing. I might just do it and do a YouTube thing or something and post it anyway because it looked like a fun, easy recipe. But
yeah, go ahead and do that and put a page up on it. We'll
yeah, and just do a video on it because it really but I gotta like punch up the almonds and all that junk, so it's gonna take a few minutes to do that, but it really looked good. And but this Boy, this Parmesan looks fabulous. I'm still want to put a little bit of that on the top of it when it comes out. It doesn't really call for it, but y'all know I'm a cheeseaholic. So, you know, we all have our weaknesses and cheese is one of mine. So, but, is Rory still on here? No, he was never on here. Niall was, right?
Oh, Rory was on for a little
You're
while.
here. Rory's here. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you happy Thanksgiving. And please tell Tanya and to all the MSIs. And of course, Peter, you're in a class of your own, you know. And Rory, I just wanted to make sure you were here. And Tanya, just wanted to tell y'all happy Thanksgiving and thank you for doing all that y'all do for us. And because we love y'all and we appreciate the sacrifices time-wise that y'all make. But I don't know how you do it. I mean, you're still young. I forget, I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 62 in a couple of weeks, so I feel like Methuselah, you know. But
Kim, I would never even suggest that you didn't have energy. You just bounce. I love it. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Well, I just appreciate y'all and to our whole family. We have a lot of things to be grateful for, and isn't it wonderful to have each other?
Do you know there's a special person in our family here who is having a birthday today?
Oh yeah. Yep. I was about to mention that.
You're gonna steal my thunder. You
Oh, I'll stop. I'll shut up.
Okay. No, go
I'll
for
let you
it.
talk about
Go
him
for it.
later.
Oh, come on. Now you start that.
We'll talk about him later, Jackie. You got it.
Jackie, come on. Let's do it right now.
You know, I always like to ask, do you have anything to add about the pairings this evening, Utah? Come on. What you going to talk to us about? They had some wonderful recipes. Talk to us, man. Don't steal
So
my
I'm
thunder.
gonna tell you tonight. I mean, Kim is always awesome to watch, and I don't think anybody doubts that Kim can cook. In fact, Kim, I'm always impressed. I just gotta tell you though, this pizza thing, like Tanya does pizzas all the time. It makes it look easy, but that tonight looks so easy and delicious, and even the like. That looks fun, and I hope we have the dough recipe on that that link. I hope that's there. I haven't looked at it yet.
I put
Yes, it
all
is on
the
there.
pizza recipe and Kathy's 7-layer is out there, and then Kim is gonna get me hers so that we can post it in the
7
MSI.
layer. You got to say it right, like Jackie does. 7 layer. Got that Louisiana layer.
We have syllables, honey. You gotta add
You
the
have to use 'em.
syllables.
I can't say anything because y'all know how I talk.
Peter covered a lot of stuff with the
So
pairings.
pretty.
We have some great reds to go with other things, and that Tempranillo is almost a cheater wine too, meaning you could pull that out for about anything and it probably would just go fine. And so, but I always tell everybody, when in doubt, go Pinot Noir, because it does blend with a lot of different foods and you're going to get something great. Yeah, and there might be a better pairing wine for flavors than if you want to accentuate the peppers and things or whatever else. But the original, the first release, the Nile Eddy, that has a peppery finish, and so if you're eating anything with some spice, it almost like it just adds to it so much. Sadly, I think we're about out in our house.
Do you have any? Because I really need some Nile, honey. I need it. I love that Nile.
I think you'll be very pleased in the coming days.
I think so
Yeah?
too. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. 'Cause I really, that is actually my favorite. I love Zinfandel. I do love Zinfandel because Zinfandel goes with everything. But that Nile, Nile ought to be just so giddy with his just you gave him that label.
Same winemaker is making the next release of that, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a very fun vertical. If anybody has a bottle left, it's going to be an amazing vertical tasting. And if you have 2 bottles left, do a vertical tasting and then save one so you can do 3 at a time. If you don't have any left, that's going to be sad. We're keeping 3 so we can do a back-to-back vertical tasting because this winemaker is really good. And Yeah, you guys are gonna really, really enjoy it. And it's a whole different wine. Same winemaker, same produce. What do you call that, Peter? Sourced it from the same farmers.
Yeah, same,
But-
yeah, same, the grapes come from the same place. Yeah,
But they taste so different this year. Or
I
this
know.
release, this vintage. So it's amazing watching the real part of that winemaking kick in like that.
yeah. I mean, meeting with these winemakers the way we do has been so much fun. Watching how they do what they do and how they, it's like, okay, the growing conditions were a little different this year. So it's going to taste different, but we made these different decisions because of that in the winemaking process. It's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. I can't wait till we go get the next one. But there's some, you guys, amazing wines coming. I know I hinted on it on our Monday call, but there is a sparkling brute coming out that's going to knock your socks off. It's and you guys, I keep telling you guys this, the fun thing about it, and we really should do an education on it and get somebody on, because the way to make sparkling wine, or they call it champagne for Champagne France, they don't make the wine the same way they make normal wine. And actually, before they sparkle it, it's so amazing what it turns into, but you wouldn't want to drink it. It's made a certain way. And it's an art form to itself. You can't just go sparkle any wine. It doesn't turn out. There's an art form to it, and this is so yummy. So
Can't
I think
wait.
we'll have it here for the holidays. Not for Thanksgiving, but we'll have it here for the rest of the holidays. And you're gonna want it.
Yeah. I
want it right now.
I wanted it today, but we don't have it yet. But yeah, I'll have to make do. Have to make do with. You can put as many orders as you want in.
Yep. Order away.
Yep.
And if
As
you
much
want,
as we got,
if you want it for the end of the year, get your orders in early, because it's temperature controlled shipping in a lot of areas because it's so cold. So it's going to take a little longer to get there. So order appropriately.
Yep. And as soon as I put it, I'll let you know if it's in there to order custom cases of it as soon as it's available. So
yeah, we'll do a release. We'll do a release information on it as soon as it's in.
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, let's get, here's what we're going to do. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, first of all, but we're going to go over to Kim so she can show us her final dish here. And then Jacqueline, I'll let you close it out after she gets done. Does that sound good?
Absolutely. Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Come on, Kim. What you got, sister?
Kim, again, got on mute.
Okay. I'll try it again.
There you go.
Can you tell me when you can see it?
We see it.
All right.
Oh
Doesn't
boy,
that look
that
yummy?
looks good.
Nom, nom,
That
nom.
looks terrific.
Now,
Oh,
it's supposed to
wow.
be a keto shrimp scampi, so you don't have actual bread with it. But I tell you what, with the juice that's in this, I would have me some good garlic bread. I mean, seriously, some good garlic bread. All you'd have to do, put a little butter and either garlic salt or garlic powder on it, and you're jamming. So, I mean, so I'm fixing to taste this. I'm going to put a little bit of this in a glass. And hopefully not burn my throat off. I eat stuff hot. I like it hot. It's supposed to be hot. I want it hot. Okay, now, first I got to get this acclimated in my mouth. Y'all know if you do better if you taste some of this first and then taste the food, right? That's what Peter taught us to do.
Yep. So yeah, first tell me what you get out of the
Wow, that's actually quite nice.
I know. Normally you don't drink whites, and you got to remember that our whites are pretty good.
I mean, it's not even cold. I mean, this is room temperature, and it's really nice.
Well, yeah, you don't need to go too cold, because if you make it too cold, you can't taste all the great flavors.
Yeah,
If you got
I
cheap
mean,
crap-
that's what I'm finding. The really cold, you don't get all the flavors and stuff. But it's got a nice long kind of finish. It just lays across your tongue, and you kind of get 2 or 3 different tastes of it. I gotta have another sip first.
Okay.
Now see, I can, boy, I get it up in the front of my tongue and then back here and then out through here. It's like weird places that I'm tasting stuff. It's got good fruit to it, but it got a little oak in there somewhere?
Not maybe a little hint, not too much. It's a
But
pretty.
it's got a richness to it. It's not like it isn't like a citrusy. It's not citrusy at all to me.
No,
It
but it's
doesn't
got
taste
that
citrusy.
nice. No, but it's got that crisp acidity that handles that garlic and that lemon that
Yeah.
that you used.
It's very nice. I can't. Me and fruit. I can't. I stay away from fruit lately, but it's just it's a beautiful fruit. All right, hold on. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she can cook.
Mm-hmm. I'm good. I dropped my spoon. Kitty cat got some. Mm-hmm. My goodness, that's good.
Now have another sip of the wine and see how it tastes together. Nice. I love the swirl there.
Need a bigger swirl?
No, it's
All right,
good.
swirl, snip. Like a puppy. Oh, wow. Brings a lot of spice out.
Yeah.
And the wine, it makes the wine spicy.
Yep.
This wasn't spicy, other than garlic and butter, but it made the wine have spices. That's cool.
No, the
What
wine
kind of
brings
spice
out all
is that
kinds
in
of
the wine?
flavor. Yeah, the wine brings out all kinds of flavor in that garlic. More than garlic doesn't all come out from water. You got to get the wine in there.
Is it the wine that has the spice, or is it bringing out stuff that I just wouldn't have tasted in the maybe the herbs that are in the panko bread?
That's exactly it. Yep. Because those
I'm a little slow, but I get it eventually.
A lot of flavors just are not water soluble. You only get them with the alcohol. That's why the wine, and you may have noticed Italians appreciate wine and food.
Yeah.
I mention that because we have a few Italians on here.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
do Germans, but in
Yes,
a different
ma'am.
way.
I said, he said Italians enjoy food and wine. I said, yes,
Mhm.
ma'am.
Nah, I was thinking of you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's time to wrap this up. So, Jackie, you want to?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Did you want to bite, Peter?
Peter, first of all, I want to thank you. You were a wonderful host. You did everything explicit. I would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. But I've waited for this all day. And I am so excited to be able to wish a very happy birthday to my very dear friend, Sheila Matchett, Mama Chief. And I hope you enjoyed your day, sweetheart. So happy birthday and salute.
Happy birthday,
See you,
Sheila.
Sheila. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sheila.
Happy birthday, dear.
And Rory, I think that's a wrap, baby. So
It's a wrap. Have a great,
close it
happy
out.
Thanksgiving. See you on the training Saturday. Peter, I can't wait to see what you have for us.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.